What's up, guys? It's Thomas here, reviewing the new movie Roofman, directed by Derek Cianfrance. Derek Cianfrance, I've never seen a movie from him. The only one that I'm aware of is The Place Beyond the Pines. This is a movie, Roofman, that I kind of just went into with not super high expectations because, here, I'm just going to show you this poster, okay? There's this poster right here. I want you to get a good look at it. Now, something you'll notice about this poster is that it's really dumb. Now, all right. I want you to look at this poster now, okay? This one is also dumb, okay? Channing Tatum, he just looks like it just looks like a movie that's not quite on the Happy Madison, Adam Sandler level, but it's approaching it. It looks like a movie that is just kind of lowest common denominator. And, I don't blame people for thinking that looks stupid. I mostly saw it because it was Tuesday and the tickets were cheap, so I was like, why not? But in the back of my head, I was kind of thinking that this director, he's a guy who makes like real fucking movies, So what's he gonna do with this concept? Which, if you don't know, it's about Channing Tatum playing this guy who escapes from prison and lives in a Kids R Us to hide from the cops. And I think even conceptually that just sounds kind of goofy, because I think the movie being attached to the Kids R Us brand, it makes it sound like it's just not going to be serious. And it's not like the most serious movie in the world, but I am totally surprised by how good this movie was. There was probably a point, maybe like a half hour in, where, up to that point, the movie had been really well made and everything, but there was a point maybe like 30 or 40 minutes in where I was like, damn, this is like a really good movie. Like, this is more than just like fine. Like, I am really enjoying myself watching this. It's got a great, really snappy pace, and it, even though it is kind of a sappy crowd pleaser, it does not compromise on Cianfrance's vision, assuming it's his vision. Like, it feels like a very artistically motivated film where, there are parts where I think maybe there's studio interference, but I think this movie was a pleasant surprise. Channing Tatum, he's a director, or he's an actor that, even though he has range, like he's in Foxcatcher, which I haven't seen since like high school, but I remember him being great in it. And that movie is like stone cold, like dry as a bone, and he does a great dramatic performance. But then like the things he's most known for are like, 21 Jump Street and shit like that, which are so goofy. And he definitely is. He's closer to that, but he's giving, it's not like he's just relying on star power to make this to like sell the movie. He's like, in the spectrum of Channing Tatum performances, I think he's closer to like a Logan Lucky, where he's playing a goofy character, but he's playing that character really well. And the big thing about his character, like the big arc that he has, is it's kind of about him being, he's a robber. He robs from like McDonald's. Like he robbed like 45 McDonald's stores. And the thing about him was like, oh, but he's like a really nice robber. Like, he is really nice to the employees and stuff as he's robbing them. And the movie's basically about like the core of it kind of feels like it's about him. Not, it doesn't feel like it. It is about him being a good guy who just does bad things because he feels like he needs to. And a lot of the time, the movie does really kind of ham up how likable he's supposed to be, to the point where sometimes Channing Tatum's performance feels phony, because it's like, oh, I'm so nice, like I do so, like I, you know, donate to the toy drive, I whatever, I don't know. And it's like, you don't have to do that much to communicate that Channing Tatum is this likable guy. And I think that, you know, as much of a crowd pleaser as this movie is, and as much as it successfully pleased me, that part felt really obnoxious. Along with like, there's all these like voiceovers that Channing Tatum does that feel so tacked on, and they just like basically just like hit you over the head with what you're supposed to take away from this film. But you know, it doesn't totally ruin the movie at all. I still think this is a total blast. Kirsten Dunst, it's funny because like, I feel like every actor in this movie, like, my expectations, I guess, were just not that high going in. So then when you have Kirsten Dunst, who plays one of the Toys R Us employees, you know, she's like really giving a real performance where she's playing a character. And I mean, I didn't expect the performances to be bad, but it was more of a thing where I was like, okay, they got Kirsten Dunst for this movie, they got Channing Tatum for this movie. I'm not necessarily expecting them to blow me away, but I'm just expecting them to do like a good job, because it's like, they're just good actors, so they're gonna do good, but I'm not gonna be like, whoa, these people are awesome. But Channing Tatum, you know, his whole like nice guy thing, that's something that I would put more on like the script or something. Another thing about this movie was how I loved how intentional and how dynamic and lively the filmmaking felt. You know, it wasn't something where it was just shot over shot. You know, there are certain scenes that stick out in my mind as being like you can tell they went into this scene with a certain image in mind, or they just like really, you know, they really sat down and they thought about what's the best way for us to capture this image or this scenario. And I mean, that's just such a pleasant surprise to see. It's just so cool to see, you know, so much effort put into a movie that, I don't know. I guess it's on me for not expecting it, but it's really just such a like pleasant surprise is like the perfect way to describe this movie. Because even though I didn't absolutely love everything about it, I mean, I walked out of it feeling like energized. Like, I was like, damn, like movies are back. Which is such a funny thing to say about Roofman, but yeah, that's just the way that I feel. I think I'd give it like a solid 7. Like, this is the best crowd pleaser of the year for me. I feel like everybody should like this movie. You know, I feel like my mom would love this movie, and even though it's like rated R and there's like a decent amount of swearing in it, it still feels like it gives me like family movie vibes, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. But if you want to watch more videos from us, we got plenty. Feel free to subscribe and obliterate the like button. And I'll see you when I see you. All right, bye-bye.